Welcome to DillieGang, the channel that provides tutorials and reviews on the tools helping you make an impact in the world with your music and content. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a piano trap beat. We're going to use the drip plugin. We're going to play around with this as a full walkthrough, and I'm just going to tell you the process of what I'm doing. So the first thing I want to do is come up with a chord progression. This is a typical chord progression, and I typically will do this in the key of E minor, E flat minor. But I'm actually going to go up a half step in here. You hear this chord progression all the time, right? So I got the Native Instruments Grand. I'm going to flip that key, and I can even do this. So there's all kinds of ways to flip it, but that's for another video. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of get a feel for the tempo, and I'm just going to play straight chords through, and we're going to freak those chords. We're going to freak and put filters on the piano, but this is just the basic foundation. Tempo of 118, and we're going to try to keep it open and try to keep it current with the current trends. So 2, 3, 4. And one thing I got to make sure I do is turn off the loop so that it doesn't just give me one bar. So let's clear that out again. And as you can see, the notes are being sent to the piano roll. And here's the switch up. Okay, so if I play that back, we should make sure that we got this all quantized properly. Just look it over. The notes are there. I mean, it's easier to click it in, but I find this is a better process. I prefer like knowing how to play. So if you don't know how to play, that's fine. You can use MIDI packs, but I always like kind of using the piano and actually playing it and learning. That way I can better understand it. So we got that loop there. So I'm actually going to ride with that and go to the piano roll, and we're going to drag that in right there, pattern 1. And I think I'm going to work on pattern 2 and just sort of just ride with some hats, real easy. You know, it doesn't take a lot. So I'm just going to let those hats go in. I'm going to right click on here, fill each 2-step, and let's see, I'm going to let that go for 2 bars. Right click, each 2-step. Let's click that in there, pattern 2. Let's see how that sounds. And now with those two together, let's add a clap. And then we're going to put that kick in there. Yeah. And then what I do is probably like give a little clone to that hi-hat, and just sort of maybe add some triplets or some blurs to that. I know we don't really do that too much more, but just a little bit of, you know, just a little bit of that. And you ever listen to beats and you always hear that, you know it's a trap beat when you hear that first triplet right on the second beat. And then maybe even a little bit more of that. You know, maybe just a little bit of that. And when I'm just going in the piano roll and just a little bit of that. So it still sounds pretty plain, but that's okay. We're still going to add more to it. And we're going to let that 808 hit. So I got Sublab, which is a great plugin. So, but it's tuned up too high, so I got to bring it down a little bit. So I'm hitting down on the MIDI octave. And I'm just going to make that short, make it just pop. changing the volume in Sublab. You got 3 envelopes here. I want that at, yeah. You can use the pitch band to change it. So let's hear how it sounds with that. So I got everything together. I'm going to hit the loop pattern. The loop pattern right here, the looping recording, always defaults to the longest part of whatever you're working with. So because the piano loop is the longest, it's going to loop there. So let's bring that in there too. Right there. Okay, so now that that's in there, we're going to bring that back. There we go. Real easy. That's why I like this plugin. Gives you a simple bass. I prefer Dillie bass, but Sublab is good too, but I'm biased. And I'm playing the bass notes from the piano. We're in the key of E minor. So we're going to add a little bit more flavor to that. So I'm going to use a loop from my sample pack called Aquarium Vocal Chops. It's a sample library that I did with some vocal chops that I actually produced myself. And I'm going to click that in there. And we're gonna freak that out a little bit too. So the thing I want to do is I want to set the sampler to stretch, and I want to pitch it till I get it to the right key. So if I open up everything up and bring that back in, we're gonna hear it come in. But I'm gonna probably use halftime on that. Okay, cool. The cool thing about this sampler is that you can change the pitch while preserving the length. And I think that's a pretty good function right there. So that piano sounds good. So we're gonna go back and work on that piano. So we're gonna add all these tracks to their own mixer track. So you click on all these, click on all of them, Control-Shift-L, boom. And then let's go ahead and add some, I like reverb, so I'm gonna go add a little bit of the Valhalla. And we're gonna add some textures. Slap halftime on it. Halftime is like seasoning salt. You just put it on everything. But you gotta be careful how much you put on it. Now let's go ahead and get the air plug in. Lo-fi it out. Make it sound more in the background. Take that reverb out. Which is cool. So let's add a little bit of that drip plugin for the piano. And let's just hear what the drip plugin does. We're going to try and figure out what it does together. Yeah, see something like that. We'll try Apex. Let's see what else we got. Slap some reverb on that with the Valhalla. You can change the mix of the plugin from dry to wet here on this little knob over here to the far right. And let's add kickstart just for some more fun. Let it pump. And let's combine that with the vocal. Let's hear what we got. I'm going to take that lo-fi off it. Bring everything back in. Let me see how the halftime sounds fully mixed in. And I might add a little bit of that rim. Yeah. I mean, you can play around and reverse the sample. That's an easy trick just to see what it does. Take that halftime off it. Not quite. Take that reverse off it. Now let's bring the clap in. We're in there. We want to keep it open. So that vocal come in there, and then it could come out. But I mean, there's all kinds of loops I can work with. Let's see what else I got. I mean, there's all kinds of. Let's try that. See how that sounds. But I gotta make sure I put it in the loop. And I gotta make sure that it's even looping properly. So you gotta reset your bar. I like that better. That feels good. That came out pretty good. So, yeah. So if you got any questions about this process, let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in Aquarium sample pack, that link is in the description below if you want to check out more of that. And leave me comments. Let me know what you think about this. Building up the channel with the DillieGang channel. I'm your host, Dillio. Thank you so much for coming by. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell so that you can know when to upload new content when I go live. All right? Y'all take care. Peace out. DillieGang.